Hello guys and gals, and welcome back to another episode of Ginger Gamers Tech. I have another fancy thing in store for you today, but first I wanted to show you this sweet knife my sister got me for Christmas. Thank you, Carrie. It's a Damascus steel. Ooh, it slices so well. Just so nicely. I mean, look at that, just like butter. And so inside of here I have a kit for the Xbox controller today. So I know we've done a lot of Nintendo products, but we're going to do some Xbox products too. So this is a new faceplate for the Xbox controller. Now, there is a lot of different Xbox controllers. And so before we get started, what I'd like to do is show you how you can tell what model your Xbox controller is. So if you pull out your batteries and you take a look right here, you will see it says model 1708. All right, so that is the number that you're looking for to determine which one of these you're going to purchase. It also is going to determine for you whether you have the Bluetooth model or not. So the older Xbox controllers were not capable of a Bluetooth connection. The 1708 model, however, is, so not really too worried about it. All right, let's get in here and let's get started on this project. Okay, so it comes with extra screws, it looks like, and a plastic spudger, which isn't terrible. Now, I've never taken apart an Xbox controller before, so this is going to be a first. So let's go ahead and dive in. So right off the bat, I'm not seeing very many screws. Unless they're underneath of the sticker, there's a whole lot of nothing going on here. What I usually like to do is I very softly probe the sticker to see if there are any holes before I go through the process. And right here, you see how the sticker is flexing right here? Usually indicates that there's a screw there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push. It's kind of flexible. I guess we're going to have to use a knife. I'm just going to very gently cut out that part of the sticker, and that immediately reveals a screw for us. As you can see, we have now a nice big silver screw there. Alright, so let's go ahead and remove this one. This does seem to be a hex bit. The kit did come with this particular I think it's actually called star bit. All right, so now that we have that one screw removed, there really no other screws in this thing? Seems, well, it must be clips. So it's not uncommon for companies to put together devices with clips. I've seen it before. I just didn't expect to find it in an Xbox controller. I would have thought they wanted this thing to be as well put together as possible. Well. There we go, I'm hearing some clips. That's definitely clips. Alright, so next on the list is the other side, I would assume. It's hard to get my spudger in there. It's really a tight fit. It does not want to go. It's really just eating away at this pledger, if I have to say. Maybe I can get it from... it seems to be easier to get from this side, but it's a much tighter gap. Come on. Come on, I know you pop off. Your brother already popped off. I gotta say, so far this controller has been far less accommodating than some of the other controllers I have taken apart. Granted, I don't think any company goes into making a controller specifically for the customers to take them apart. So perhaps it's an empty complaint, but this controller does not want to be taken apart. Bang! That jank flew. Okay. All right, so now that we've got that removed, we are presented with more screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. So on top of the center one that we've already removed, we now have 4 more screws. Now, the kit that it came with actually provided Phillips head screws, I think. No, they're hex bit. All right, so let's go ahead and remove these screws, and hopefully this will get us access to the plate that we need to replace. Now I have seen people change out other things in here as well, like the joystick caps, the color of the Xbox button, like they'll customize the color of the button. And that's a pretty cool thing to do. I was actually considering doing the joysticks, but I don't necessarily need to. Here's my other screw. Wow, look at that. It looks really alien on the inside, doesn't it? Like a D-pad has this big metal jank around it. And there's our vibration motors. Looks like we got a small one in the right side and a large one in the left side. Interesting. All right. So, well, okay, that was easy, I guess. I didn't realize it was just an actual faceplate. All right, well, in that case, we're just gonna go ahead and put our screws back in. And the link to this particular faceplate I'll have in the description. That way, if you guys are interested in purchasing this faceplate, you know, you'll be able to find it very easy. they just fall inside? I think my screws just fell inside the controller. Are you kidding me? It just like slurped in there. Like I'd never seen anything like that in my life. That jank was just like, I'm going in. What? Where did it go? I can't even see it. Are you kidding? All right, no. We can't have a random screw floating around our controller. That's not gonna do. I kid you not, like the screw just like, it was like an evil gremlin like grabbed the screw and pulled it inside of the machine, or the controller. And I literally, I watched it go in, but I couldn't even believe what was happening. And then when I tried to get it back out, like it doesn't even move, like it's stuck in there. I can't even see it or hear it. All right, attempt number 2. Where did the screw go? That's the question. Deep in the bowels of the machine, apparently. I can't even hear it. Oh, there's our joystick caps. Pretty easy to replace. Where did you go, screw? Oh, there's a magnet. There's a magnet on the tip of the shoulder button, and the screw, that's why it got sucked in, because it was getting sucked into the magnet. Well, that explains it. See, I wasn't going crazy, guys. I was telling you, it literally slurped in. Like, I couldn't even explain it. Like, it was just, the screw, I was holding the screw, and the screw just sort of left my hand. And I'm like, did an evil magical force just suck my my screw into the device? I'm like, can I please have it back? And then when it wouldn't move, that really kind of threw me for a loop, because I'm like, why isn't it even jiggling in there? I can't even hear it. I think that definitely would have made the shoulder button not work. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty sure. Let's see if we can do this without getting our screws shorped in. Schlorpy. Alright, so now that we've got everything correct, we just need to put it all back together. Let's get all of our screws in. And make sure that you're sort of pressing down on the top plate as you're screwing in these screws, because you want to make sure that you're getting a firm connection. Otherwise, they're going to have gaps. And it's not nice if you have gaps. First off, it's going to sort of catch on your hands, you know, as you're using the controller. And second, you're going to get like crud in the gaps. So the smaller the gap, the better. Come on, go in your home, sir. Alright, now at this point, all you need to do is take your side plates and you're going to clip them back in place. There's going to be a nice firm click when you push them back in. And there should be no real gap in between there if you've got everything correct. Alright, and then click on your other one. And nice. That actually looks really nice. I like it. I like it a lot. So let's go ahead and pop our batteries back in. And our battery plate. And there we go. I have done modifications on other controllers, as you can see here. This is the Nintendo Switch Pro controller with the extreme rate white case with the octagonal notches that the GameCube has. And all in all, I think both of these turned out quite nice. The Xbox controller was definitely easier once I figured out exactly how to remove the back plates. So just to reiterate, you pop off this plate, then this plate, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. The front plate pops off. You pop the new front plate on, and then you put the screws back in. Watch out for those sneaky shoulder button magnets, and then you clip your 2 side plates back on. And a fairly easy swap out, all in all. Anyway, guys and gals, thanks for watching another episode of Ginger Gamers Tech, and I hope that if you're interested in doing this swap out, that I've made it a little easier for you. Ciao.
He's a little booty. He's a little booty, aren't you? That's a cute little booty.